Hey guys, Jeremy here, Glasshouse Property Management. Got Buddy in shot again because he was so popular last time. So we do now have a date for the updated pet laws. They're coming in on the 1st of December. We've already communicated in terms of how we're going to handle all of that, but we will be in touch with you if your tenant has a particular request to get a pet. Just the other thing we wanted to let you know is that we're writing to all our tenants in the next couple of days, along with a little video specifically for them, and just making sure it's really clear that it's not open season to go get a pet and then ask us about it later. We are expecting our tenants to follow the proper process and get approval from us and yourself as the property owner before they go ahead and grab themselves some pets. Just a couple of other legislative changes that are rolling through. So we have got the new methamphetamine standard finally being cleared up. I don't know that any of that makes a really big difference to how things have been operating for the last year or two, but at least we're not operating in a grey area anymore. And it is a much higher standard now. So it is 15 as opposed to we started with 0.5 and then we've kind of been operating under 1.5. So like we don't see much contamination at all up around the 15. That's pretty high levels. So yeah, the meth stuff's changed. Again, if you've got any questions on that, come to your property manager or myself. Just in terms of general market update stuff as well, a couple of interesting things in the last few days. The most recent is the Stats New Zealand population updates, and there's a couple of really interesting things happening there. First of all, migration is not the biggest driver of population growth at the moment. With immigration numbers being fairly well down, we're actually now, for the first time since 2013, in a situation where it's natural growth, which is births versus deaths, driving population growth. And what you're seeing there is some of that fundamental stuff I've talked about in the past coming into play. So where the Waikato's got quite a young population that's still in that age bracket that's having children, you've actually got Auckland and the Waikato and Christchurch as the areas showing the strongest population growth at the moment, which is all driven off natural growth, not immigration growth. The other thing to note is obviously the interest rate environment. I'm sure you guys are all across this, but jump on interest.co.nz. What's really changed is the underlying interest rates that are available. So you've got all the main banks now offering one or two rates down at 4.49%, which really does change feasibility on purchasing properties and what yields you kind of need to achieve to be cash flow neutral or cash flow positive. So make sure you're staying across that. And also a really great time, I think, to talk to your mortgage broker or your bank and make sure you've actually got your current interest rates maximized, particularly if you've got stuff coming off fixed term soon. You need to probably start thinking about your strategies there. Any questions, as always, give the team a call.